So recently, the whole Parlo drama has just gotten so much worse. We've had a few updates from many different channels, and especially Guamgo, with his newest video being around 15 minutes long. Firstly, he has confirmed that he has refunded almost all of the money, and I'll explain why it's only almost, because of the issue going on with the website that was used, GoFundMe, which he scammed his viewers with. He did try and refund them, so credits where credits due, but yeah, I'll talk more about that in a second. After he had publicly announced that he had refunded most people from the GoFundMe, he had then got his account completely hijacked and deleted, which sucks, but a lot of people saw this coming. A lot of people knew that this was going to happen, and that he genuinely ruined himself. Speaking of ruining himself, he then, after this, goes on a live stream, and you can just tell by his voice how defeated he is. And he did end up making some comments suggesting that his mental health was being strained because of this. So, before I get into this video, remember, like and subscribe, join the Discord on screen if you want to support me in any way, shape or form, and you want to keep updated with this situation. Now let's move on. Firstly, I'd like to go over the fact that Parlo has indeed refunded a lot of the money that was taken from the GoFundMe, and he did this through asking his father for some money, which we've learnt through either A, Guamgo, or B, the Discord. Like, the two Discords that most people are trying to follow right now is Parlo's Discord and Guamgo's Discord. And I will be trying to highlight as many updates there as I can, but it is a slow thing. It can take hours and hours for just one small announcement to appear, but when something happens, I will immediately start working on a video like this. So, yeah. The reason that not everyone who supported the GoFundMe that Parlo had doesn't have all their money back is because of an issue with GoFundMe themselves. See, Parlo had sent all of the money that he had got back through to GoFundMe for them to transfer back as a refund to the people who donated. Now, during this time, someone had mass reported his GoFundMe page, and it made it so when he was trying to send it back, the money got lost somewhere, and the issue is no longer on Parlo. It's on the side of like GoFundMe. GoFundMe have to look into it, and there's nothing Parlo can really do. So, I mean, props to Parlo. He still tried refunding, and when it got taken down, the money got lost, and it's either still getting sent to people who are being refunded, or it's just entirely gone. And that isn't his fault. That is GoFundMe's fault. And of course, there are a few ways that obviously they could be sorted. If the thing is, Parlo's already tried sending the money, but none of the money went through. So it's a bit of an issue for those who didn't get their money back, but it's quite understandable. So yeah. Next thing I'd like to talk about. Parlo's channel has been deleted entirely, and it's a massive situation. I mean, someone who had a high ranking on the moderation team of Parlo's YouTube didn't hijack it necessarily, but had illegally taken down and destroyed his channel. And now Parlo's channel is just completely gone. Completely ruined. And it isn't even Parlo's choice. It was forced upon Parlo. And we learned later that he had plans on how he was going to leave after making a response video, and come back after some time. The person who hijacked, let's say, not hijacked, but deleted Parlo's channel was someone called Mugen. And now Mugen was a high rank on Parlo's YouTube channel and decided to use his ability of trying to, I don't know, stop Parlo and save Parlo from himself, really. Now, obviously, it was in good faith, but it is still illegal. And, of course, I'm not defending the fact that he still took over Parlo's channel and ruined it entirely, deleting years and years of work, and also destroying Parlo's only source of passive income. So, yeah. Now, I'd like to talk about Ducky, because he released a video saying that Parlo had finally apologized, even after all these months, and I had spoken about the situation with Ducky and the fact that Parlo was behind the whole drama between Ducky and Gramgo. Now, it did take some time and a lot of arguing for Parlo to finally admit that it was him and apologize for what he had done, because he did make some almost career-ending allegations with no evidence, and it was just off the fact that Ducky was getting views and he got jealous. So, and the thing was, Ducky was criticized heavily, and I do stand by this because I do think it's fair as well, overusing clips from other people like Gramgo Parlo, overusing clips from their videos. And Ducky used to do this all the time, but since then he has decided to focus on making sure the editing is better, making sure it's not as sloppy, and making sure to include little to no clips at all. He's also been consistent, as you can tell by his channel. He has actually improved himself, and I believe Ducky does deserve some appreciation, because he has actually changed and learned from his mistakes, unlike many creators who we've seen did not learn from any of their mistakes. The allegation Parlo spread about Ducky was the fact that supposedly Ducky was dating a 16-year-old at the time. And of course, this is completely false. This was just said to try and defame Ducky, because, well, Ducky was getting views, and Parlo managed to manipulate Gramgo into making a video or having drama with Ducky in general. And honestly, it was just a massive plot set by Parlo onto Gramgo, to where Gramgo would try and ruin his career. But overall, Parlo was the one who spread the allegations. Parlo was the one who convinced Gramgo to go after Ducky. And Parlo is at fault for the Ducky situation. So the last thing I want to talk about is, well, I want to clear up some things, because there's been a lot of misconception in this whole drama. Firstly, neither Gramgo nor Wolfgang are innocent. They both went into pornographic level detail about their sex life and what they did during this trip that Parlo had used the GoFundMe money for. And next, Parlo is not a pedophile. Neither is Wolfgang, and saying such just shows you are not paying attention and you are just shouting words at people because you think it's going to get you somewhere. It won't. I promise you now, it will not get you anywhere. Finally, everyone who has been exposed by Parlo, Gramgo, whoever, Just because Parlo's channel was deleted does not mean them people are innocent. Take Cam Geyser, for example. He's still sent to kids. He's still posting to this day. Potama got a job from a 12-year-old. He's still posting today. They are acting, and the fans are acting, like Parlo's deletion makes all the allegations against these sorts of people wrong. And obviously, if you don't understand what I mean, take it from Grango. He said it himself at the end of his video, shown in this clip here.
Before I end off this video, I need to clarify something very important that I kind of failed to mention in the previous video, because over the past few days, I've been seeing some seriously dangerous narratives spreading around. A lot of people are using Parlo's downfall as some kind of excuse to rewrite history, and that is not at all how this works. I have seen people claiming that horrible individuals were right about Parlo all along, when in reality, most of those accusations were obviously slander campaigns. I've also seen and genuinely disgusting, dangerous people trying to hijack this situation, paint themselves as victims, acting like Parlo somehow wronged them or spread misinformation about them. And I want to make this extremely clear. That behavior is beyond disgusting, because the people I've seen being victimized by this situation are not harmless creators. I'm talking about people like Captain Steve, 77, Bonky Doge, Kemgaiza, Safe, and yes, even Nathrix. These are individuals with actual documented histories of disgusting, manipulatory, or dangerous conduct.
Sorry for cutting you off there, Grimbo. Also, I'd like to apologise for such a long clip. It was about a minute long. And I'll admit, yeah, bit dodge, but I did that clip to prove the point that just because Parlo is currently facing his honest downfall doesn't mean that all the people he's exposed aren't still not exposed. They are still evil people. They are still the same. They've still done what they did, and there's nothing they can do about it. And unfortunately, for all the fans crying out there, it is just not possible for something like that to happen. It's genuinely just stupid. Because what you're trying to do is avoid accountability for something that was very clearly the truth. What Parlo did was disgusting, I'll admit that. But just because he's currently facing his downfall does not mean everyone else who's been exposed already by Parlo is all suddenly in the clear. It's a stupid claim to make, and I've been seeing this narrative go around a lot recently. So, yeah, I'd just like to clear that up, I guess. I don't know. That was all for today's video. I really hope you did enjoy. Please remember to like and subscribe and join the Discord down below. And I wish you all the best day ever. Like, go enjoy yourselves. Make sure you don't pull a Parlo and become Diddy all of a sudden. And yeah, just enjoy your day. Peace.